Blech.
Frumess talks about Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Let's all talk about Halloween, Silver Shamrock.
Ha! Welcome to another entry in our 31 Days of Halloween 2021 edition. This is horror movie number 9, streaming from Shudder, Straight Edge Kegger. So here's the thing about this film. It's not just about punk rock, but it in itself is a punk rock film. And as someone who has made a punk rock film themselves, I really felt a sense of solidarity while watching it. What is a punk rock film? I guess it's kind of like a micro-budget film. Take what you know, take what you have, and get something made by hook or crook. Just get out there and DIY, do it yourself, because no one else is going to help you see your vision through. And that's what I noticed more than anything else while watching this film. It has a lot of heart. Big shout out to my former collaborator and college buddy, Elliot Abel, who was the co-director of photography on this film. Congratulations, man. I mean, really, this is so cool. And it's on Shudder. Friggin' awesome. So the film is about this straight edge kid named Brad who gets tired of the conformity of his scene and walks away from his ideology in order to find a better sense of meaning. I guess that's the best way to put it. It follows a tradition of exploring the thematic paradox of conformity through nonconformity, which is a notion that many subcultures, including punk ones, struggle with as they get more and more complicated, for a lack of a better word. They just, as the scene gets bigger and bigger and bigger, the non-conformity aspects become a sense of conformity. I mean, the film also deals with the notion of elitism, and if you don't follow, this exact dogma, then you are no longer one of us, or you're out, or whatever. Straight edge becomes the sacrificial goat, if you will, of this idea. In this case, the straight edgers take it to the most extreme level possible through murder. And, the main character is just like kind of fatigued and tired. Everything loses its meaning. One thing I did notice, and I'm sure this wasn't the intention, but I did sense somewhat of like a queer subtext in this film. I saw a love triangle between Sean, Brad, and James. James is upset that Brad is moving away from him and going towards Sean. And the film kind of even acknowledges this. Even though it was a joke, I really do believe that Brad is gay for Sean, and that's why he broke his edge. Listen, as a sober person myself, I don't like that, all this straight edge malarkey. It never made any, I think it's stupid. You just be sober, man. It's okay to be sober. The beautiful thing about being a sober person is that instead of being on drugs, you can be drugs. And it's a wonderful philosophy coming straight from Salvador Dali himself. Look into it. The one thing that I did kind of grapple with, and maybe it is because I'm a sober person, is this idea that like being sober is sort of like militantly bad, that it's a cult. They use Shannon and the Clams is on the soundtrack. Love Shannon and the Clams. And they use this, I think it's called the Cult Song or something. And, I don't know. I don't know how I felt about that personally, because I feel kind of the other way about getting loaded. I feel that too. So I don't know. That's just me. Being sober and being straight edge, two different things. And I feel like this film keeps everything in a very black and white sort of way. It's either like you get loaded or you're straight edge, and that there's no in between, or there's no just being sober and just happily existing in the world, which is what I do personally. So on that level, taking in the message, I'm kind of like, but listen, I understand what the movie is trying to do. Also, I noticed after the credits roll, we see that the girl, Emily 40 Hands, she survives the whole ordeal. So congratulations, Emily, on surviving the night. I could definitely see this film in a triple feature with Suburbia and The Green Room. The other byproduct of watching this film is that I now have a burning urge within me to go out and make movies. And I love it when a movie churns that up inside of me. It just, you feel all inspired and you just want to get out there and make something. So definitely go and stream Straight Edge Kegger. Congratulations, Elliot and the filmmakers and everybody. Woo! Hard thing to do to make a film. Streaming on Shudder. Check it out.